Hey everybody, and welcome to the Ability 411 with Rachel on Wednesday night. I'm so sorry I'm putting in this up so late. Luckily I'm on the East Coast, so it's a little bit earlier for you guys on the West Coast if you're watching. But sorry, last night really didn't feel good and woke up kind of late because I really didn't feel good. But I'm feeling better. I got a lot of sleep, so I'm putting this video up now. So hopefully you can watch it and see it, and it's not too late. But anyways, this week we are talking about having friends who are riding on wheelchairs just like I am, and being fairly newly injured. Like I said before, it's been 2 years. It's been really, really important for me to see that other people are going through what I'm going through, and are, just like me. So one thing I did was, I think I said this before as well, but as soon as I got out of the hospital, I joined sports. I got into wheelchair rugby, and it was a lifesaver for me. It wasn't just about talking to them when I was feeling down. It was a lot of physical help. Like being a quadriplegic, I don't have finger function, I don't have any core, I don't have any feeling below my chest, and so there's a lot of things that are really hard to figure out that I still haven't figured out yet to become independent. So these friends I can just go up to, we'll just be at rugby practice, and they'll, do something, do a transfer, and I'll be like, how do you do that? Like, I have very little triceps, like, what do you do? Or I'll just, watch their technique, or anything, and it's like I can talk to a 28-year-old guy who I've only known for 5 days about some really personal stuff, just because, hey, we're quads, it's not a big deal. Like, our, privacy was lost early on, and I guess it's not as awkward to talk about some really personal things with someone else who had that same problem in the beginning, where they kind of lost their privacy. So it's not weird for them to talk about very personal things either. So, I'll ask them, like I said, pretty personal stuff. Like, I'll be like, well, how do you have sex? How do you cath, with no finger function, all these different things that I couldn't ask anybody else because they don't know, and a lot of therapists don't know either. So I've learned a lot of things, how to do things on my own from my quad rugby team. It's just awesome to be able to have someone who relates to you, because someone will be watching me try to do something for 20 minutes and they may not understand why it takes me 20 minutes to put on a sock. But someone who is a quadriplegic like I am will totally get that. So as far as having girlfriends, I'm pretty newly injured, and for some reason there's just not a lot in Raleigh, North Carolina. I haven't really found a lot of people who are close by me that I can go out with and hang out with, and since it has been only 2 years, I've only done so much. I was in rehab, so I've been, tried to be as involved as I possibly can, like I said, with sports, and going to the Abilities Expos, and like Erica says, being on a website called, just being on Facebook, but also there's a website called carecure.org, and it's this big message board for people with spinal cord injuries. So many people are on there, and you can ask anything. So there's a lot of people that I've gotten to know off of that website, and I have gotten some help that I could never get from a doctor, that I could never get from a nurse or an OT or a PT. I also have some other health issues related to my injury, including a lot of nerve pain. For those of you out there, I know what it feels like, and I know it's the most horrible pain you could ever imagine, and that no able-bodied person, or even anyone in a wheelchair who doesn't have it, could possibly understand. But there's people on there who know what I'm going through, who I can talk to about it. I can go on there and ask people questions about, how do you guys get up in the morning? How long does it take you? Again, just how do you do stuff kind of questions. So being newly injured, that's really, really helpful. And I can also go on there and kind of, complain if I want to. I don't want to complain to my family all the time. I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but when I am having a bad day, it's cool to kind of just go to those people and be like, I'm really pissed off today. I kept dropping my bottle of water because I can't hold on to it. It kept slipping out, and I just got frustrated. Or it took me an hour to get out of bed today, and I was late for this. Or, anything. I can just kind of bitch about it, I guess you could say. So like Erica said, getting online, social networking, Facebook, CareCure, Twitter, anything like that is really good to just have people online that you can relate to and get to know that way. But I'm a sports girl, and I will, till the day I die, tell everyone you need to be in sports. Like, even if you're not that sporty, you should go watch, like, just to get to know these people because they're amazing. I don't know what I would do without my quad rugby team. I love going out to lunch with some of the guys. Me and my husband, Chris, he's a ref. So we know guys from all over the East Coast who play quad rugby. And I have met some really cool girls who play rugby too. And just meeting them for one time, I can go to a tournament and meet a girl one time and we can click because we're both quads, we're both girls in chairs, we're both playing wheelchair rugby. So we have a lot in common. And so I've made a lot of friends that way too. So I highly, highly encourage you to just get out of your house and do whatever you can to meet people in wheelchairs. I'm currently doing that because I haven't met a lot of people besides the people on my quad rugby team personally. In real life I haven't met them anyways, so that's my goal, to be able to call one of my girls up and be able to go to the club with them. I just want to meet someone that's close by that I can do that with because I know how important it is. It's something I really, really, really want. So, yes, get out there, meet some people, talk about stuff that you wouldn't talk to with your able-bodied friends. People will listen. I know any of us on the Ability 411 are always here to answer your questions. We're your friends too, so you can always message us or comment and ask questions. So that's my little spiel, and I will see you next week.